Number 1. Georgia. After Georgia gains independence from the Soviet Union, separatist conflicts erupt in Abkhazia and South Ossetia, which Russia backed militarily and politically. In 1992, a war between Abkhaz separatists and the Georgian government broke out. It ended with Abkhaz victory, and hundreds of thousands of Georgians are expelled from the region. Russia kept troops in the region as peacekeepers, but in practice they were protecting the separatists. In 2008, Georgia attempts to take back South Ossetia, but Russia invaded Georgia and defeated them. To this day, Russia keeps military bases in both regions, but the international community calls it illegal occupation of Georgian territory. Number 2. Moldova. Moldova has a very similar story to Georgia's. When it gained independence from the Soviet Union, a Russian-speaking separatist group in an area called Transnistria split from Moldova. Fighting broke out between Moldovan forces and the Transnistrian separatists, which Russia intervened militarily and defeated the Moldovan forces. In 1992, a ceasefire was signed between Moldova, Transnistria, and Russia. Russian troops stayed as peacekeepers and are still here today in the breakaway state. Number 3. Ukraine. When Ukraine left the Soviet Union, it gave up its nuclear weapons that it had in exchange for security assurances from Russia. Note that the launch codes were in Moscow. Fast forward to 2014, when Ukraine and the EU were about to sign an EU association agreement that would strengthen trade and relationships between them, but the Ukrainian President Viktor Yanukovych refused and instead came closer to Russia. This angered many Ukrainians and even his own supporters, which caused massive protests, and eventually he was overthrown. In response, Russia annexed Crimea and began a war in the Donbas region with Russian-backed separatists. After many years of stalemate, Russia launches a full invasion into Ukraine in 2022 and attempts to take its capital, but Ukraine successfully defends Kyiv and the Russians retreat from the north, although Russia took parts of Donetsk, Luhansk, Zaporizhia, Kherson. As of this video's creation, Russia still occupies Crimea and parts of eastern and southern Ukraine, but Ukraine has taken back some areas like Kharkiv and Kherson.